The great Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, "Out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there, 80 are just targets, 9 are the real fighters, and we are lucky to have them, for they make the battle. But the one is a warrior, and he will bring the others back." Let's break that down in the context of the retail self-defense and firearms training industry. Out of every 100 people in attendance, 10% have no business even being there at all, and 80% of them are just sitting ducks. This means that 90% of them are nothing more than fanboys, playing with toys, fulfilling a fantasy, believing that somehow attending a 1 to 2 day course doing sensationalized shit that has almost no relevance in real-world personal protection with a big-name instructor is going to magically make them competent in defending themselves and others. These are the same people who aren't going to do any other training for the next 365 days, but spend a lot of money on fancy gear that the big-name instructor, who isn't much more competent than the AE versus high-probability live resistance, sells them. Now, isn't it interesting that social psychologists have firmly concluded that 80% of the population make their decisions solely based on consensus? In other words, they don't think for themselves. Their opinions and actions are solely based on what the herd is doing. The mindless masses, a big-name instructor's marketing wet dream. But then there's the top 10%, the real citizen defenders, the ones who think for themselves. The ones who put in the real work, day after day, year after year. The ones who frequently put themselves through pain and struggle to prepare themselves for the practical realities of real-world violence. These citizen defenders are highly practical, and they don't waste their time and money on gadgets and kabuki theater. They care about one thing and one thing only, the protection of those who can't protect themselves.